Hello everyone. Let's have a look today further into chapter 5, the chapter revision. And this one we'll go probably questions 5, 6 and 7. Okay, so question 5 I'll do over here. And this one is a case of using algebraic method to find the point of intersection, or in other words, the solution to this. So I'm just going to rewrite and y equals x minus 2. Okay, so when we get equations looking like this, and it's finding the point of intersection, it's not asking you to graph them, so we need to use the algebraic method, and this is a clear example of the use of the substitution method. Now you can use other methods, but this one is the best one for this case when you've got a variable equals on one side, isolated equals something else on the right, and another one, variable y by itself equals something else. So we're going to use this for what y equals here, because that's the easiest one, in here. Substitute the y there for what's here. So instead of y equals 3x plus 3, we're going to put x minus 2, because y equals that. And whatever y equals for both equations will be the solution. So I'm going to put x minus 2 there instead of y equals, and then the original 3x plus 3. And then I'm going to isolate the x's on the left. So we're going to take away this one. And x, no, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the x over here because that's probably going to be easier. So take away the x from here, leaves us with minus 2 there. And take away x from here, we're left with 2x plus 3. And now we're going to put this plus 3, remove that by taking it all away. So minus 3, which leaves us with just 2x there. And minus 3 from minus 2 is minus 5. And now we can divide by 2. And we've got a solution, 1 point. That's the one solution for this so far. So if you're plotting the point, it would look like minus 5 on 2 for the x value. And now what we're going to do is sub this we found back in here, because that looks the easier one. So instead of x, we're going to put this to find what y equals. Minus 5 on 2, because that's what we found what x equals, minus 2. Okay, now I'm just going to incorporate the calculator. Once it gets this act together, calculator on. I'll go back to here, bring our calculator back, and we're doing minus 5 on 2 minus 2. Minus 5 on 2 minus 2 equals minus 9 on 2 for y. Minus 9 on 2. Or if you want to use mixed numbers, minus 2.5 and minus 4.5. There we are. That's that one. Question 6. The graph on the right shows the cost of making picture frames and the income received from their sale. So cost of making, and that's the red line. And then the income received is the blue line. So costs red, income blue. Use the graph to determine the number of picture frames that need to be sold to break even. Okay, that term there means where the costs and the income are the same. In other words, where these two lines intersect, which is there. And it looks like the number of picture frames is 3. Equals 3. Add 3 picture frames, they're broken even. How much profit is or loss is made when one picture frame is sold? One picture frame sold, so we're looking up here. Now profit or loss is the difference between the costs and the income. So it's the gap between these two. That gap there is the difference. Now because costs are higher up than income, it's going to be a loss. Over this side, after the break even, when the income is greater than the costs, it's going to be a profit. But here it's a loss. And it looks like by the income is about 25. Income 25 by the looks, so that line across. Just going to follow that across there. Is at the level of, well, that's 30. So that's there is at 25. Income, I'll put it in blue. Income is 25 and the costs looks like it's at about 45. Cost 45, so the loss is the difference, which is 20. How much profit or loss is made when the 4 picture frames are sold? 4's over here, and we go up here, we've got this little, that's the profit or loss, difference between the income and the costs, and this time because it's income's higher, we've got a profit, and it looks like about 10. So I've got a profit of 10. What is the initial cost? Okay, initial cost is when nothing has been made, and so that's here, and the costs start, it looks like about 28. So I'd say 28, although they probably need to do their scale better to make it a bit more accurate to read off. That'd be my guess there. Be 28 is the initial cost. It's this bit here where it begins before anything's made. Okay, next one. Just going to change our background. Okay, graph on the right shows the cost of manufacturing table. So a similar question as 6. Use the graph to determine the number of tables which need to be sold to break even. So our break even is there. And the number of tables looks like it's at 5. Write an equation to describe the relationship between income and the number of tables. Okay, that's an exciting one. Income and number of tables. Income, we're doing the blue line. So to do an equation, I might just put 4b over here. 7b I mean. 7b, income and the number of tables. So number of tables here and income, which is the blue line. Alright, so what we need is the slope, which equal in the equation is m, and the y-intercept, which is a plus b. Okay, to get this equation. Number of tables, I'll put T. T for tables. Sorry, we should be doing that. We're just going to take that off. So we're going costs. Income equals. Now we need the slope times the number of tables plus the y-intercept. So what's the slope? We find 2 points where this blue line crosses over both the horizontal and the vertical. I think we've got not too many spots. I think maybe that's the best one. And that one, the beginning. Although not ideal, anyway, so we're going to make a right angle triangle to find how far it goes up. Try that again. Make a right angle triangle. Here we are. To work out the distance, this distance here is the rise and that's the run. And that's how you get slope. Rise over run. How much it changes in the vertical is the rise. How much it changes over the horizontal is the run. So what's our rise? It's going from 0 to 400. Between those two dots, 0 to 400. So the rise is 400. And the run is from 0 to 10. And so that looks like the slope, 400 divided by 10 is 40. So the income equals 40 times the number of tables, and the y-intercept is back here at 0. So that's the equation. The income equals 40 times the number of tables. Relationship between the costs and the number of tables. Okay, same process. So we've got, this time we're doing the red line. So need the slope and the y-intercept. Slope, now we do another triangle. 2 points on here, let's do it in a different colour. Let's go green. Good places there, and maybe there. Or even there. The red line we want, sorry, the red line. Maybe there, that looks like a spot. And we're going to make it go from where it starts. So the green is there to work out the slope, rise over run, on the red line. I should have done this triangle in blue and that one in red. Anyway, we've got the green is it. So what's the vertical distance there? Is 100 to 300 is 200. So the rise is 200. And the run is the same as before, 10. So our slope is 200 divided by 10, which is 20. And the y-intercept is this point here for the red line, and that's at 100. So we get the costs equals the slope times the number of tables plus the y-intercept, which is 100. There we go, that's part C. D, how much profit is Molotov made when 10 tables are sold? 10 tables is there. Profit or loss is, let's go black, is this gap here. And it's a profit when 10 tables are sold because income is greater than costs. and it looks like from 300 to 400 is 100. $100. How much profit or loss is made when 4 tables are sold? 4? Not very much. That's the gap there. We could guess or we could use the equations. I'm going to go with 4 tables is there. Let's go, well, if that's 150 to 200, that's a scab of 50. I'm going to go with 10. How much profit or loss is made when 16 tables are sold? This, we're going to need the 2 equations. In fact, I'm going to use, now that I have to, for F, I might use the equations for par D as well. So 16 tables. So income using this equals 40 times the number of tables. 16. It is, yep, 16, which is, what's 40 times 16? 640. Cost is 20 times the number of tables plus 100. So 20 times the number of tables is 320 plus 100 equals 420. And the difference between income and cost is our profit. PRO. Looks like that's 220. 220. I'm just going to apply that little scenario just to check on question E. 4 tables, okay? Income for 4 tables is 40 times 4, which is 160. We'll see how close it got. What did I say? 10. The cost is 20 times the number of tables plus 100. 20 times the number of tables, 20 times 4 is 80, plus 100, 180. And the difference is 20. So the answer is 20. Using the algebra, which is more accurate. We couldn't read off that. 20. Thank you.